Oh, it's funny how they intimidate and they threaten and they harass. But then, as soon as I point out the actual legalities of what they're threatening with, it was just a joke. It was just a troll. And I'm the one that's stupid for paying attention and listening to trolls. They do this constantly. They make threats, and then if the person believes those threats and acts out of fear from those threats, they treat that person like nothing happened and it was just a joke, and that person is just over dramatic or taking it too far or making something out of nothing, when they're the ones that were threatening and intimidating mentally ill people that they know will become upset by what they're threatening them with. Anybody would be upset by what these people have done. You don't have to be mentally ill to be upset by what these people have done. Adonis Paul held a fundraiser to urinate on my disabled brother's grave. There is no reason you have to be mentally fucked up to find that a fucked up thing to do. And that's something, again, he said, well, that was just a joke. That was just a troll. That was just to upset you. Well, good. Then you achieved your goal, didn't you? $1,500, you emotionally distressed a family member, and then you used another family member to visit the grave after my mother died with apple juice to fulfill your little joke of a fundraiser. What a fun, stupid little joke, right? I'm the only person in the world that would take offense at that. But I did take offense because it was my brother's grave that they were desecrating. It was my brother's grave that he was using for his financial gain on his life. $1,500. And you can laugh at me and say that's not that much money. It's a lot of fucking money when you don't have any money. And it's a lot of money to earn off of the backs of a disabled, dead person who did absolutely nothing to you. My brother did nothing to any of you. And that didn't stop you from profiting $1,500 to desecrate his grave. Oh, but it's just a joke. It's just a troll. If it ever goes to legal territory, if it ever gets legal, I'm the problem. Not the man that held a $1,500 fundraiser to urinate on my brother's grave because he was mad that I spoke out too much about the fact that he does this to disabled people, that he does this to mentally ill people, that he brags, that he intentionally goes after mentally ill women to push them to suicide, or he calls it self-destruct. What is a self-destruct? What happens if you hit the self-destruct button? The machine dies. So understand that when he uses terms like self-destruct, he intends to say die. When he says that he likes to mess with mentally ill women until they self-destruct, what he intends, what he means by that, what those words are, is that he likes to trigger and emotionally distress mentally ill women until they commit suicide. He brags about this, but because he used fun little terms that make it sound like a joke, nobody takes it seriously. YouTube is finally listening and giving me my content back, and now he's angry and lashing out with intimidation and threats and telling his followers to hurt me. He has over 10,000 people, and he has told them to do whatever they want to get rid of me, which would include murder, which would include rape, which would include arson, which would include anything, because he said anything. He said do whatever they choose, whatever they see right, to defend him. He has literally told his followers, and I showed the message to his followers yesterday, where he is telling them to kill me for him. And I know that he wants to let that go. He wants that to just be nothing. He wants that to mean that he was telling them to tell me to shut up. But I read the exact words that he posted to his followers in his call to end me for taking control over my content. That I have every fucking right to control, because it is my content. You have stolen my life for 3 years, and it is over. And I'm sorry that that makes you mad. It's not your turn to be mad. You've had 3 years of torturing a mentally unwell woman. You don't get to be angry when you're caught. You get to fuck off, because the person doesn't have the money to do anything legally. So you get a win. You get a free skate. You get to walk away, because you know I'll never be able to sue you. But what you don't get to do is continue this garbage that you have put me through for the last 3 years. It's over. Move on and leave me alone.